back to my channel. So for today's video, as you can tell by the thumbnail and the title, I am finally filming how I do like my everyday simple makeup, you know, just, well, I know we can't really go anywhere, but I just do a little bit of makeup sometimes just to make myself feel a bit more awake and a bit more with it and a bit more productive. So yeah, if you want to see how I did this, then keep on watching. Don't forget, if you haven't watched my what's in my everyday makeup bag, then definitely check that out before this video, because it'll make a lot more sense, because I talk about all my products and why I love them and like what I think about them. So yeah, don't forget to check that out. And yeah, if you want to see how I did this and hear me answer loads of your questions, then carry on watching. Let's start by, I've got my book here with literally, I've got 27 questions, and I've got Shannon on FaceTime, and this is just really odd for me, in a good way, but really odd. I've got like a whole page, and then I've got 2 more questions on the other side, so I'm just going to answer them randomly. I've got the people that have asked them as well. I've done my brows because I have a phobia of doing my brows on camera, so we're just gonna excuse that. But I will show you the products I use. They're all Benefit pretty much. I've got the Benefit Ka-Brow Mini, the Goof Proof Brow Pencil Mini, and the 24-hour Brow Setter full size, which is one of the best brow gels, if not the best brow gel I've ever tried. And I also use the Revolution Pro Duo brow powder in soft brown, and obviously I use this shade, as you can tell, and this is like £5. I've also got my squash, and I've got some Tuck biscuits as well as a snack, and I've got all my makeup set out in front of me. So if you didn't know, I always start with sort of like eye makeup, but because this is like my everyday makeup look, I'm not really gonna bother too much with eyeshadow, but I'll do like a little bit. So one of the questions is, who do you talk to most during lockdown? Now, I talk to a lot of people generally anyway, but I guess during lockdown you've got more of a chance to talk to people. So I tend to talk to the same people every day, but like if I get messages on Instagram, which does happen sometimes from like viewers, obviously I have a chat with them. But my main people is like my friendship group, so like T, Alex, obviously my boyfriend, and like quite a lot of the other members of the group, because we've got a group chat, which is absolutely hilarious. Amber, Shannon, like there's so many people now that I've got more time to talk to. We talk via Instagram, Snapchat, mainly Snapchat to be fair. It's one of my favourite social media apps ever, and it's really helping me get through and keep sane. And Malika, of course, we always constantly Instagram each other. And I finally sorted out WhatsApp audio FaceTime call thing, so me and my grandma can actually sort of like see each other. Where would you love to travel to after all this is blown over, and who with? So me and my boyfriend obviously were planning a holiday to Spain, but obviously that got cancelled, and then we were going to go to Cornwall, which seemed a bit more realistic, but then that got cancelled as well. So I would love to go to Cornwall with my boyfriend, because it's got so many family memories for me, and it'd be nice to make some new ones as well. So hopefully we can do that, and also go to Spain together, because obviously that was going to be really, really good. But yeah, this is the Primark My Perfect Colour Concealer, in case you were wondering. I just put that on over my eyelids. So yeah, where's my brush gone? Oh, I'm so unorganised. The Real Techniques brush that I initially used to just sort of like go around my brows with and cover my eyelids. I don't carve out my brows. I'm not professional. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I just do what works for me. And this just covers my veiny eyelids. And then I set it with a powder as well, or an eyeshadow, whichever one I'm feeling on that day. But yeah, so definitely those 2 places with my boyfriend, but I'd also love to go on a girls holiday. Like that would be so good, because I've never been able to do that before. And I'd love to go to Bali. Bali is one of my top places that I want to go to. And I know me and Malik were talking about that, so you know, definitely more sort of fun stuff like that. The Revolution Bake and Blot powder, which I do like, but I'm not going to repurchase because it's just an extra step that's not needed, and I can save the £5 that it costs and spend it on something else. And this is just a Spectrum B07 brush. I absolutely love Spectrum brushes. So yeah, but I'm sure as when all this blows over and I can actually have hope of going abroad, then obviously more places will pop up, but they're like my top places really. If you could live anywhere, where would it be? And that was from Shania. She's one of my really close friends. I absolutely love her. To be honest, I love living near, like part of me like thinks when I retire I'll go to the countryside, because I just love the quiet life. But when like this age, I quite like being where I am, because it's near to quite a lot of like National Trust places, so you can get that country escape but still have the sort of city feel in a way. I'm going to use a W7 Delicious palette, and I'm just mixing these 2 shades together, nothing major. So yeah, I kind of like where I live now because it's like a mix of the both. So I don't think now I would like to live anywhere else. Like, so many people go, oh, would you like to live in London? No, I wouldn't want to live in London because that's just too much for me. I love going to London, you know, to see Malika and like for the shopping trips and whatever every so often, but I wouldn't want to live there because it's just too much for me and it just triggers my anxiety too much. And I know obviously something that you can combat over time. But yeah, no, London isn't a place I'd want to live because it's just a bit too much. A bit too much for me. Blending this all over with a Primark tulip crease brush, which I wish I bought more of when they were selling them because it's just so good. And it's fluffy, but it's also got the right amount of density with the bristles. Have got my Mini Garnier Micellar Cleansing Water, so I can just sort of like clean up the edges. So there's not too much fallout with this eyeshadow palette, to be fair, but like I just want to just make it a bit neater. So just run it underneath, just tidy it up. Because like the concealer, when I was putting that over my eyelids, it's got a bit sort of like under my eyes and just a bit messy, so there we go, all done. Your favourite alcoholic drink, and that's from Emily. I do love a vodka-based alcoholic drink, so I love like double vodka Coke if I'm in a nightclub, because that's related to a question that Amber asked. Fave go-to night out drink. Double vodka Coke, always my fave, but I do love cocktails as well, because cocktails to me are very dangerous because they taste like juice, so you can just get really drunk really quickly. And like at Turtle Bay they do happy hours, so 2 for 1, which is always nice. So yeah, I do love like the mango and passion fruit based cocktails. I can never remember the names. And I love the cocktails with peach snaps in. Archer's peach snaps is absolutely banging. How long have you been with your boyfriend? Now, I have been with my boyfriend from on the 4th of April, it'll be 5 months, which is absolutely crazy. Like, if you didn't know, I have never been in like a long-term relationship before, so this is really sort of new to me. And I'm learning all the time, you know, and I think like so is he as well. I'm just dampening my sponge with the Primark Primer Water. But yeah, no, I wouldn't change it. Like, it really is everything that everyone said it would be, but also a bit different, which is what I like, because it's like unique to everybody, because everyone's different in that kind of aspect. But yeah, it's lovely. And yeah. Oh, this question I really, really liked, which is, what do you miss about non-isolation life? I miss the freedom, I'm not gonna lie. I like a lot of people, I'm sure, but I really miss not being able to go out with my friends and like being with them. Where is my primer now? Friends, and sort of like being able to make plans and going out. Obviously I know you can go out once a day, which is better than nothing obviously, but you know, I just miss seeing my boyfriend and being able to go out to his, like the movie nights you can have and just stuff like that. It's not going to come out, is it? This is the Primark Matte Primer. I'm just going to squeeze on the back of it. It is nearly finished, to be fair, which is quite impressive for me, but I absolutely love it. Primark makeup is amazing. Oh, it's so smooth. But yeah, so I miss that. I also miss, you know, not just being able to go, oh, you know what, I'm going to go into town today. Saving me money, don't get me wrong, but, you know, it's just the freedom and like the sanity that comes with it. But obviously I'm going to be doing an isolation tips and hacks video that's going to be talking about like apps and stuff that I found that are really helping. So definitely keep your eyes peeled for that. I miss not being able to see my grandma, because she's gonna have to be in for at least 12 weeks, even if we can go out as in like younger people, not so vulnerable, and like have some nights out with my friends, which will be lovely. I'm still not gonna be able to see my grandma for about 12 weeks, which sucks majorly. 10th photo on your camera roll and story behind it, that was from Amber. Now I can't show you, but it's a picture of my aunt's dog, and it was because she was doing like a funny sort of like pose with her legs. In the moment it was funny. Now looking at it like 2.5 years later, not so funny, but it was really funny at the time. So what's the hardest decision you've ever made? Okay, I think this is definitely quite easy to answer, so I'm going to use the Revolution Conceal and Define Foundation, which, quickly answering another question, what's your holy grail foundation? This one, all the way. Mine's an F2. It's just beautiful. But back to that question, hardest decision. Leaving my old job, so not the one that I couldn't work for anymore, because obviously I was still on my 3-month probation, and obviously due to the whole coronavirus outbreak they couldn't keep me on, which is absolutely fine. Like, I completely understand, they dealt with it so professionally. But my previous job that I left, that I've mentioned before, that was the hardest decision I ever made. But obviously for my mental health and everything, like, it was the best decision I've made in a very long time, and probably will remain to be one of the best decisions I've ever made. But yeah, that was probably the hardest, because I was umming and ahhing about it before I actually did it for months. So yeah, it was very, very hard, but it worked out in the end. Will definitely probably be the hardest decision I've ever made, because like obviously it took a lot for me to just go, you know what, no, I'm done, and just pack it all in. But thankfully I did have luck on my side at that point in the year. So yeah. It wasn't a question, but it was just a statement, which I really appreciated. It was really kind of her. Her name's Olivia, and she put, great content, keep killing it. Thank you so much. I have had quite a few people going, thank you so much for like the constant uploading and like just the dedication you're putting into filming and uploading, and like the time you're taking to edit, and just, you know, like getting our opinions on Instagram. Like, you're really thinking about us and we really appreciate it. Like, all those kind of messages really do mean a lot, and it just shows that the work that I am putting into my videos and the effort I'm trying to sort of like keep of a high enough standard is paying off, and you are enjoying the videos that I'm creating. Because don't get me wrong, I have been getting some horrible messages, and they are not very nice, but I kind of like, I've got over it now, because I was very lucky for a long time and I never really got hate or abusive messages, and I got some, and I was like, you know what, and they were judging my equipment that I use, because I don't really use equipment, I just use my phone, and I was like, hang on a minute, like, I know it's not the best, I could get a camera, and I will at some point for sure, because I do want to sort of like evolve, but at the moment, this is what I'm using. I'm using my iPhone X, I'm using a ring light, I'm using like the things that I can afford to use. Like, that's just how it is. At the end of the day, they're entitled to their opinion, and I'm also entitled to not to give a flying monkey about their opinion. What have you been doing to keep positive at being at home? That was from Libby. To be honest, it has been hard. I've had quite a few days where I've been crying, where I've been really anxious, and like my anxiety's not been good at all. So I can't lie to you and make out that like it hasn't been like that, because it has. I just use more of the Primark Perfect Colour just on my face. You know, because it has been really hard, and I have been struggling just like so many other people. Obviously being jobless and trying to make my money like stretch. I've managed to make my wage stretch from my job for 2 months, which is good. I'm going to be calling Citizens Advice Bureau, because they're going to be able, they offer you schemes and stuff, and like the government stuff that they have got in place to help, obviously due to the coronavirus outbreak. And on that note, I hope everyone's staying safe and healthy. But yeah, so it hasn't been easy. However, I've got my mum. Thankfully, I don't live on my own. So I think if I lived on my own, it'd be an absolute nightmare. But obviously I live with my mum, so I've got her. I've been able to stay in contact with my friends. I'm doing YouTube as well, honestly. Being able to vlog and being able to, when I do actually get out of bed, you know, filming sit-down videos really does distract me. And it's just a really fun distraction, and it just brings me a lot of joy making content. So yeah, that's how I've been really staying positive when I can. You learn from being in quarantine. I've learned not to take the little things for granted, which I know so many people are saying. I'm going to be using the e.l.f. 16 Hour Camo Concealer, which is intense, like, coverage. Like, oh my god, it is crazy. It's quite thick, but it's not uncomfortable thick. But it's quite a messy concealer where it can like explode, so hopefully this one won't explode. My last one did. But yeah, so not taking the little things for granted anymore, and like when I get a chance to see my grandma, make the time, you know, and not just go, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, because we don't know what's going to happen or what's going to come out of the world, you know. So yeah, not taking the little things for granted, you know, spending more time, because this just made me realise how much I love spending time with my mum. And recently, before obviously all this happened, I wasn't spending a lot of time with my mum. I was like always with my boyfriend, always with my friends, which obviously we all do, and I will be seeing a lot of them when we can. But I'm just going to make the most of being able to spend time with mum and watching movies and having wine nights and, you know, having some pizza or whatever. And just using the bacon blot powder again with a Spectrum brush and just dusting a bit over my under eyes and around my nose, on my nose, top of my lip, on my chin, and just a little bit on my forehead. But yeah, so that's what I've been learning. I've been learning quite a few things and learning my love for reading again, because I've been getting back into reading my books, and that's really good. So yeah, I'm using this, and I did a current obsessions video, which you definitely would have seen. If you haven't already, I will try and remember to link in the description. If not, scroll through my videos, because that shows some really good books that I recommend. And this is the Revolution Matte Base Powder in P1. Really, really good. Book standard powder, I think it's like £3. And this brush is a powder brush from a set that my mum got off Ferry or something like that for Christmas, like a couple of years ago. I'm not too sure, but it's really good. So yeah, that's my whole based sort of like foundation and everything done. I use really affordable products. Top ideas and tips for someone with anxiety during this time. I'm going to sort of touch on that in my quarantine hacks video, but for me it's just like watching series, staying in contact with friends, spending time with the family that I can, which is my mum, keeping busy if obviously if I have the mental strength to do so, which today it took me 6 hours to get out of bed, so not the day today, but you know, I am working on it, so that is that. But I'm going to really touch on that in the hacks video, so keep your eyes peeled for that. Fave series at the moment in need of inspo, right? I was going to leave this for the next video, but I'm going to talk about it now because I have been obsessed. So I absolutely love Vampire Diaries. Vampire Diaries is just absolutely incredible. I love the concept of it because I used to love Twilight as a kid. Now watching Vampire Diaries and rewatching Twilight, I'm like, it's so cringe. Like, I still will watch Twilight because it's just funny, but Vampire Diaries is so good, and oh, the vampires in that are so sexy. I just can't even, well, some of them, but yeah, I'm a Damon girl personally. If you watch Vampire Diaries and you know what I'm on about, which I'm sure you do, let me know if you're a Damon or Stefan girl in the comments, because I was a Stefan at the start in a way, but I do kind of like the bad boy vibes that Damon gives, so yeah. But I'm going to be using the Primark Sculpt and Glow palette, which I love, as you can see, fave contour shade, and this was £6, and I'm going to use an angled brush from one of the Revolution sets like a couple of years ago. But yeah, so yeah, I absolutely love that. I also love the Originals, which is also sort of like a spin-off from Vampire Diaries, but it's got some of the same characters and actors and stuff, and it is so good. I sort of gave up on it, but now I've got time to sort of get back into it. I definitely am. I have got spoilers, obviously, because, you know, series have gone on and people have gone all over the internet about it, which is a bit of a shame, but obviously I did sort of like give up on it, so, you know, the Originals is really good. I also love Gossip Girl. I haven't rewatched that yet. Give me a chance. I probably will at some point. Wait for it. I'm going to probably over bronze and contour, but it's fine. So yeah, and I love watching YouTube. YouTube's a massive distraction for me. I love watching I Covet Thee, which is Alex's channel, which I've shown in my vlogs before. I love watching Anastasia's sit down videos and some of her vlogs. I love watching Amber's videos. They're really, really good. I really love watching her travel videos and like her update on why she had to leave and stuff, and like the process of all of that. I also love, who else do I love? I love quite a few. I love Shan XO. She's a New Zealand makeup guru person, and she is really, really good. I'm just going to use this bronzing shade lightly to dust it over. So yeah, she's really good. I really like her. I love NikkieTutorials. I sort of forgot about her a bit. I did forget about NikkieTutorials' channel, and I've come across it again and I'm loving it. So she's so funny, honestly. But yeah, like, I think that's pretty much it. If I think of any others, I'll put them in the description or talk about them in my hacks video. But I just love watching stuff. I love reading. Like, it's just sort of a way to distract and obviously film and vlog and make funny memories with my mum. And that through with my expert face brush from Real Techniques. Cult favourite from by so many. And then this is the Revolution Reloaded Bronzer in Holiday Romance, which I'm going to put on in a minute. But I'm just going to just give it sort of like a brightening effect. This powder here under my eyes, just not a lot, just a little bit because I don't want to look cakey, but just a bit. Dust it on. And now with this bronzer, which is £3, I'm going to use the Real Techniques blush brush, which I've never used for blush because I don't use blush. Just sort of like dust it on, and it just gives a bit of a healthy sort of summertime glow. And with the weather recently, I'm all about sort of like looking as summery as possible. If you could quarantine with anyone for 14 days, who would it be? And it can be famous. That was from Amber. I absolutely love this question. It's kind of hard for me because obviously my friends would be an option, obviously, because I love them. But famous wise, it's really hard. I'd say Tom Holland. I absolutely love him. He's gorgeous for a start. He is so funny. He is so humble. He's so real and relatable. Like, yeah, he is a lovely guy, and I love him as Spider-Man too, so, you know, but yeah, he is just so lovely. But yeah, Tom Holland would probably be my quarantine buddy if I could obviously choose. What app do you edit on? And that was from Shannon. I edit on iMovie. I'm so basic, it's unbelievable because it's free and I don't really want to pay for editing. So yeah, but iMovie is really good. It allows me to edit properly and edit how I like, what I like and how I like it. So it's quite simple. How did you meet your boyfriend? Also from Shannon. So I met my boyfriend via the friendship group. I was in the friendship group already from T. Like T introduced me to everyone, because she'd been friends with them for quite a little while before obviously I could go out clubbing and stuff. And I met them clubbing, and it was really nice. Oh my god, my makeup looks so smooth. Like, I've been having a problem with my makeup at the moment with my skin, and normally when I'm filming it looks worse, but actually I'm quite happy with that. So yeah, I met him through my friendship group. We were really good friends. Like, I classed him as like one of my best friends. Like, I go to him about anything. I'm going to be using the Brunch Club highlighter from Primark with the Spectrum BO8 brush. Like, he's so lovely. But that's what I think's great, because I do class him as like one of my best friends. And I feel like if you've got the best friend traits with your boyfriend or your partner, then you're sort of like one step ahead, and you're like in a really good place, and your relationship's going to obviously have turbulent times and stuff, but yours quite rock solid if you've got like the best friends, like the friendship as well, and that kind of connection before anything romantic sort of happens. So yeah, but I feel very lucky to have him in my life, you know, and I'm very happy. So yeah. Into YouTube, also from Shannon. I don't really know, to be honest. I think watching loads of other people. I remember being in an ICT class back in school when I was like year 8, or I don't know, I'm not quite sure. Just using this Revolution brush, getting a bit to do my inner corner. And I just sort of like heard about Zoella, and then I started watching obviously Zoe Suggs videos, and I became obsessed, like obsessed. It was kind of crazy. And then I thought, why not, I'm gonna give this a go. And then I did my first ever video in my grandma's bedroom, madness. If you want to go and have a lol, go and look at that, because Jesus, my voice has changed so much. My voice has changed so much. Puberty definitely hit, that's for sure. And I personally, I don't think I've had like a massive glow up, but I have had a fair bit of a glow up. Like, I've lost so much weight in my face. Like, my face used to be so like, I didn't have a jawline. I did not have cheekbones. It was kind of crazy. So yeah, but I would definitely say I've changed in some ways look-wise for the better. This is a Life's a Beach palette by W7. Just gonna use my fan brush. Just give me a bit more of a summery glow. Oh, look at that highlight. Even if you're just doing simple natural makeup, highlight is just, you can never go too much. So much crap at school. So much crap. But then I just gave up. I just didn't, as in gave up with what they thought. I just carried on, because I just thought, you know what? I want to do it, so screw you. And quite a few of those people that were judging me in school when I hit 1,000 subscribers were like, oh my god, we knew you could do it, rah rah rah. And you know, so people's true colours do show. Just saying, in case you're worried about starting a YouTube channel because of the bullying you'll get at school. If you get to a milestone that you're really proud of and they recognise, they will be all over you like a bad rash. So don't, just take what they say with a pinch of salt. Best eyeshadow palette you know for Smoky Eye, which was from Shannon. Now, I like quite a lot of different eyeshadow palettes. I tend to combine palettes. I don't tend to sort of like use just one staple palette. However, one palette that I know which will create a lovely smoky eye is this Revolution one, which I was going to use today, but I just decided not to. It's the Velvet Rose Reloaded. It's like £5, I think, or £4. It is really good. It's got definitely the eyeshadows in there that can create a smoky eye, so I definitely recommend you try that. Mascara on, and this is the Collection Volumizing Mascara. Oh, this was a question. What do you think about the people that just aren't taking this coronavirus situation seriously and not self-isolating? I am going to try and keep it as PG as possible, because it really, really infuriates me. So after the guidelines have been put in, and Boris Johnson has obviously said you need to stay in, only go out for the necessities, and the people that still go, my freedom's more important. No, it's not. Like, I understand the frustrations you're going through, because I'm going through them as well. However, I understand what he's saying, and I understand why he's saying it. And it's so important to listen, because this will all be over. China is starting to very slowly go back to normal. You know, we will get to that point if we listen and stay inside. And then the feeling of being able to go out and have the pub nights and being with your friends and being able to go just on long walks with your friends, or doing whatever you would normally do, shopping, whatever, will come back. But we need to listen and adhere to the rules and the guidelines that are being put through, because if we don't, we're just going to prolong it, and we're going to be stuck inside for a hell of a lot longer. And I don't know about you, I want this to be over as soon as possible, and as soon as it's going to be safe enough for it to be over. And I want to have family time with my whole family, you know, and that's not going to happen until this blows over. And it's not going to blow over if people keep messing around and taking the piss, basically. Is my sort of everyday natural-ish makeup. I know for some people this may not be very natural, but for me this is very natural when I normally do like full beat, like oh, I need to take that out. Like full beat gold makeup. This is natural. So yeah, me and Mum are going out for our allowance of exercise in a bit once she finishes her work. She is able to work from home. So many people have asked me that. Yes, my mum is working from home, which obviously she's not enjoying because she'd much rather be at the office that she works in. But, you know, sometimes we just have to make do. And my hair, I swear I'm going to go bald by the time I'm 25. Actually, my natural, every day if I'm just want a bit of something just to wake myself up. And I know some of you that just don't want to put full glam makeup on are probably thinking, right, I want to do something to my face, make myself feel a bit more awake, make myself feel a bit more alive. What can I do? Simple makeup. There is that option as well. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to smash a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you have not already. Let me know what videos you want to see in the comments. And hopefully my comment section is working. Some of my vlogs, the comments have been disabled for some bizarre reasons. So I've just got to go on my laptop and fix that. It's easily done. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. And I will see you in my next vlog or video, whichever one you watch first. Bye.